everyone, welcome back. One of the biggest challenges in inventory management is actually maintaining the accurate stock level, right? So over time, difference can occur due to the damaged goods, misplaced item, receiving mistakes, or operational errors as well. So many companies perform a full physical inventory count once or twice in a year. But this process can be very time consuming and often disrupt daily operations to your employee. So that's where the cycle count comes in Odoo 19. Okay, so here today in this video, we are going to learn what cycle counting is and why business use it, and lastly, how to perform the cycle counting in Odoo 19 inventory module. So basically, if you are at the inventory module, you know that there we have physical inventory, and as well as we are providing a particular inventory count in Odoo as well. So you guys need to match up with those things. So what is the basic of a cycle counting? A cycle counting is an inventory auditing method where a small group of product is counted regularly instead of counting the entire warehouse at once. Okay. So rather than shutting down an operation for a complete stock count, business count selected items daily, weekly, or monthly basis. You can simply specify that under a particular location, like storage locations. Okay. So doing or to provide a particular cycle counting in inventory module of Odoo 19, we need to set up two configure option. Like we need a supporting two features in Odoo 19. After onwards, we can move with the cycle counting. Okay. So it help you to get a proper cycle counting and as well as an inventory as an accurate way, like stock as an accurate way. Okay. So here I'm moving on to the configuration. Under the settings, there you can find there we have an annual count date. Okay. So it will be setting up on each other's company environment basis. Like they will have annual inventory day and month under the operation side. So the day and month that annual inventory count should be occur. So what I actually described about on the topic side, like they we have a particular counting on every large or small scale businesses in once in a year or twice in a year. So it should be provided in when, like at when we should occur or we should count our inventory in a manual way. Okay, so that's what it is called, and you will get a reminder. You need to get count all your physical inventory and match up with your Odoo 90. So that's what it is. So there you can see it is provided as December 31st. So you can provide as well as your information, your requirements and needs. And moving on to the next thing, which is storage location. Okay. So under the warehouses, you can find the storage location. So basically why we are using storage locations for each of the cycle count, which means, let me give you a simple example for a cycle counter. I know that some people didn't even understand why we use that. So imagine that you have a large scale company, like you are managing with 1,000 or 5,000 more than that products in an everyday basis. Okay, so instead of counting all 5,000 products at year end, the company decided to count high value product at every week. Like we have different value product inside our company that will be highly needed the maintenance, or highly sellable or high value product. Okay, so you should count them in every week. You can put a particular cycle count for them, and you can count a medium value product in every month, and as well as count low value product in every quarter. So this approach is called actually cycle counting. So you can simply specify that particular session into different storage locations. So your employee can simply understand from where shelf, in which shelf this particular product is belongs to, and they can find them and they can manually count it and match them with the database of your inventory. Okay, so the count in your database. So that's why we are using a storage location to track product location in your warehouse, and it actually simplify all your process. And if I'm moving on to the location side, now you can see what are the locations inside my warehouse. There we have customers or rentals, subcontracting, or order processing, and there we have a lot more. Okay, so once you set up or to understand the annual counting date, and if you're just enable the storage location, now you can finally see the cycle counting under each of your storage locations. Like once you're there, you can find a cyclic counting, and there we have inventory frequency as well. So if I'm selecting the shelf number 1 as my main storage location to put all my valuable product or the most valuable or sellable product, I can simply put there. Okay. And I can provide a frequency in a weekly basis, like in 7 days. Okay, in a inventory frequency within the 7 days, and the next expected inventory counting will be done in June 22. Okay, once you guys are done with that, you can hit the save button. As well as like that, you can simply move on to the shelf number 2 and provide it as on like in 30 days. Okay, frequent of inventory frequency of 30 days. So when different than 0, inventory count date for the product stored at this location will be automatically set at the defined frequency. So once you're done with that, you can hit the save button as well. Okay. So that's the main important of providing a cycle count for each storage location. And now how you can simply configure them. By moving on to the operation, there you can see under the adjustment, there we have physical inventory. If I'm moving on to there, and I can simply group by its location. And if I'm just doing that, you can see that under the warehouse stock and the shelf number 1, they we have lot more product. And if I'm just expanding those things, now you can see which are the product and what is the scheduled date for the counting. There you can finally see them. And if I want to, recount that, I can simply click on that particular product and I can request for a count, and I can assign them to any person like Michelle admin. I can do them, and I can schedule them on June 15th or any other date as well as, and I can confirm this. So after confirming that, you can see the scheduled date is actually changed. So that's how simply you can manually count and provide a request rather than the cycle counting. And that's how the cycle counting looks, and you can simply provide the schedule date in a different way as well. So that's what is the important of a cycle counting in Odoo 19 inventory module. So if you like this video, please do subscribe, share with your friends. I'll be back with another kind of videos. Till the next video from the inventory module. Bye bye.